Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am here with ice cream, part of every healthy breakfast. Children, move out your parents' house, make yourself some money. Maybe one day you'll be able to have ice cream for breakfast.
I mean, he's not wrong.
If you did not know, this is the Games4Bros Gaming Podcast, episode 31. I am your host, J2 Cool, with a handful of ice cream on top of the world. Fucked up bed over here. A fan behind me over there that's not on. And I am here with
Royal Scorpio.
Crazy Kev game.
Eating with granola as well. You guys can. I'm eating a healthy breakfast.
I got a drunken Powerade.
Yeah, I still have a case of beer here from Friday. A whole case of beer.
All reason fans right there to the alley.
Yeah. So I have a case of beer here from Friday. All right, so we're gonna start out with some interesting but somewhat gaming news. So apparently, now these tweets have been deleted, but
That's how a great story starts.
Redacted.
Everybody knows who Bow Wow is, right?
Oh God, yeah.
So I'm assuming in a quest to become relevant, because this blew up the internet, he put out a tweet saying he's going to downsize his home, sell everything, and go work at GameStop.
This man broke as hell. Like, think about it. He went on Wild 'N Out, and they had a deleted scene where he pulled his money out, and they had to tell him, "Wait a minute, you're on camera. Child support. Put it away."
And his other tweet said, "I'm cash apping all my money away. So if you want some free money, y'all can have it. Let's see if you think money makes you happy." So apparently this is all I'm saying. The last time I heard about Bow Wow, this man still had money from the Like Mike movie. So I don't know if he's broke. I don't know what his status is. I don't know if he was smart with his money. I'm going to assume he's, he did well with his money. I'm going to assume.
It'd be the funniest thing if you jumped on Cash App and you went through it, and it's just like you get $1.
I think he's just unhappy right now, which is kind of sad. But the only reason why I bring this up, don't work at GameStop. That's the worst place you could work. I've worked at GameStop. You don't work at GameStop?
I worked at GameStop.
Well, you don't want to work at GameStop.
Nah.
It's a horrible place. Even if you have good coworkers, the good coworkers have to be bad guys because they have to tell you, "Oh, well, you didn't get enough power-up rewards today. You get a sad face and a stormy cloud." Anyway, I thought that was funny. I like Bow Wow.
Right?
Like Mike was the shit.
You're not wrong. I mean, hell, him and Tokyo Drift.
Oh yeah. Did they not? I thought they were gonna have. I thought in the last Fast and Furious they were supposed to bring everybody. I didn't see him.
They were, but they opted out of it because everyone just wanted The Rock and Jason Statham to be a bigger role. So they're thinking maybe this one they're gonna bring in Bow Wow and the white boy.
He was in it for like 5 seconds though.
True.
Yeah.
They literally took the scene from the ending of Tokyo Drift and then added a new scene.
Yeah, I think they had that pre-done already.
Yeah.
In the archive. That's what it looked like, at least. And other rapper/gaming news, does anybody know that Ice-T loves playing Destiny?
No, I didn't know that.
Ice-T is a huge Destiny fan, and there was a this event that was going on where you had to grind a fuck ton of like PvP strikes and the raids and all that stuff. And at the end of it, you were supposed to get this huge armor set. Well, he posted on Twitter him having the armor set, which apparently takes days to complete.
My God.
Which is crazy. Go ahead, Ice-T. Anybody see Ice-T in Gears of War 3 when he made the theme song for that game?
Yeah.
His band Body Count. I actually still have that song. That song is actually pretty good. I had no idea that Ice-T would have the voice for punk rock, but he does.
Right? It's like you just find those like golden moments for like multiple different music artists where they jump into different genres and you're just like, it's good. I like it.
I was impressed. I was like, oh, good on you, sir. Good on you. Freaking Hunter over here, he's a purist. That's why he keeps his mouth shut. He's like, don't talk about my niggas like that. He doesn't like rock music. Shut up.
I'm definitely not like that. Matter of fact, I listen to Kid Cudi, who dabbles in rock as well, rock and roll as well. His side project's called Wizard, so I'm not like that.
Kid Cudi's last album was trash. Even though I like Kid Cudi, his first 2 albums were really good. His last one, I don't know what the fuck that was. That was weird as hell. I was confused. I was like, what are you doing, sir? I think he was just high the entire time. And not the good high. He was on that bad high. That nigga was tripping. All right.
Trifecta right now?
Huh? What's up?
I'm waiting for the trifecta. Because you talked about 2 rappers already in gaming. I'm waiting for the third.
I wish.
Oh, you don't have it?
I don't have the third one now. I wish.
You haven't seen Def Jam World?
That was made by somebody else, though.
That was not made.
Yeah, it was. The artist was in the bottom of it.
Yeah, all of the artists.
No. The artist that made it.
Oh.
But if you hold on, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna put it up. Because that shit was dope. I was like, if the cover looks like that, I'm buying it. I don't care who the fuck's making it.
But then you see all the rappers that are gonna be in it, and it's just like, if you don't buy this game, you're trash.
Let's see. Where the fuck is that thing? If I can find it. What was the name of it? What was Def Jam what?
World.
Okay. There it is. All right. What the fuck? I don't want to know, bitch. I just want the picture. All right. So I'm going to show y'all this. Tell me you wouldn't buy this shit. And for everybody who is listening to this, look up Def Jam World War. And World War. And you'll see this image.
Like, is that M? Is that Eminem?
That's Eminem. Yeah. Look, it says Detroit right here.
But where does it say Detroit at?
Right on his freaking hoodie. I'm circling it.
On the hoodie. Yeah, no, like.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm circling it here. Yeah, it's on the hoodie. But if
this be a real thing and everyone's losing their mind.
When I saw that, I was like, please, just get on that. That would be sick as fuck.
Also, the graphics would just be way better than the first one. So.
Yeah.
Granted, it would have like the biggest storyline. All the rappers that are in that game are just like what 3-4 times bigger than what the originals were.
You can't beat Ludacris and Little John.
I never said you could beat them. I just said there's more than there was.
I enjoyed the Def Jam Icon. Only thing I liked about Def Jam Icon was that all the music was not the clean version.
Right.
That was the best part about that game. When I heard that, I'm like, oh my goodness, a game they're not censored. Holy shit, this is awesome. And then I played the game and was like, all right, I guess it's not that good.
The funny thing, the final part of that game, since it's Eminem on the cover, just needs to be a rap god.
Yeah. I'd be sick, man. I'd be mad. I'd be sick.
Hell yeah.
All right, so on to gaming news. So CupHead passes 3 million sold Xbox One and PC.
Wow.
Anybody? And I've personally played this game. This game is it's really hard, but it's fun. Very, very well done, especially being made by 2 people. The game's fucking amazing.
True, but I mean, you got multiple different games like that out there now. Where not a studio makes it, but just people.
They don't look like CupHead.
Like as good as CupHead, but
that's what I'm saying. Like the whole thing is hand drawn,
yeah.
Which is fucking crazy. If you have not played CupHead, please go play CupHead. It is an amazing game. Did anybody see how the perk system is going to work in Fallout 76?
Wait, say that again.
The perk system in Fallout 76.
No.
All right, so it's going to be a card system.
Card system.
I mean, I think I heard a little bit about it. I think you can trade, you can pick up certain cards, you can trade them, you can kind of hold on to them, but I don't know a whole lot of details about it. I remember seeing articles on it and seeing videos on it, and it seems like it's going to be okay.
I mean, that's going to take a whole new strategic value to me, trading, gaining trust, and then nuking them at the end.
Yeah, I was worried about it at first because they're like, oh, you'll be able to get these card packs, and these card packs will be perks, and in these perks you will use to upgrade your character. But they said there's not going to be any microtransactions, so I'm assuming it's going to work very similar. Because I'm watching a video, and it's literally, they got the whole animation for the packs opening up and all that shit.
It would have to be in-game currency that you would.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's what they're saying. I see why they're doing it. They're doing it so there's no direct way to earn everything, because in game, there's no NPCs in the game. Everybody that you will see in the game is a person.
Yeah.
So in order to keep everything fair, they have this random system in place so that there's no straight way to just, grind and max out your character and just murk everybody.
That's good, though.
I mean, why would I don't think they will not have any NPCs in the game, because that would be very
This is not a story-based game, dude.
It's all multiplayer and online.
Yeah, it's all online, all multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
It's similar to GTA Online, just nuke friendly.
If you like Fallout, if you like the Fallout series for what it is, then this might not be your game, because this is a multiplayer based Fallout style game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you'll have missions, stuff like that, but everyone you will interact with will be people.
Like, you can get done with the mission, and then someone could blindside you and kill you right then and there.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the problem I see in that. Direction. Like, how are you going to have a theme? How are you going to, so to say, keep people playing? What is going to motivate them to continue playing? And
well, I mean, that's kind of like Destiny, because Destiny has a story, but it's...
Well, you have NPCs in this Destiny. They drive the story.
Yeah. So, I mean, they could do something like that.
No, I get what you're saying, Hunter, but at the same time, in Destiny, is the NPCs what drove you to play Destiny, or was it getting on with your friends and doing some random ass strikes?
Getting on with friends, but at the same time, you're going up against NPCs.
Nope. So there are no NPCs in Fallout 76. Only other players and robots. I don't know what they mean by the robots. I don't know what that means.
Like, knowing anything, the boss battles that you'll encounter in the game, those will be NPCs, just because it's a boss battle. But other than that,
here's the question: how are they gonna manage stores in the game if there's no NPCs?
No, think about it, and they made a really good point. I'm reading it. Okay, since the world is connected to everybody, imagine you go get a quest from an NPC, you leave, you come back to finish the quest, and someone shot and killed him.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why it's not like that. Most games just make the NPCs invincible, but
invulnerable. Or they could do like they do in Dark Souls, where they don't appear in your world, but they appear in somebody else's.
I'm pretty sure that in itself is way too complicated for them, because they've never done something like this before.
Right. I got beta access when it comes out, so I'll get first hands on.
I got it too.
You guys reserved it for that?
Yep, I did.
Okay. I'm gonna have to do that. I do want to give it a shot.
Because I got PlayStation, so we can jump on together.
Yeah,
I got it.
We know. We know. I don't know. I'm a little no NPCs. No NPCs, and then a card system to upgrade. I'm gonna have to see the card system, but as soon as you hear card system, everyone thinks, oh shit, microtransactions, gambling, pay to win, blah blah blah.
Walk up day one, someone's already spent 100,000. They got this mech Gundam armor on and shit.
Yeah. So from what I remember, the way it's gonna work as far as PvP in the game. Let's say you want to attack somebody, you shoot them, and that person then has the opportunity to either shoot back at you, which will then begin the PvP, or if they do not engage, you can still kill them, but it's like the Division where you'll have like a bounty on your head, except there's no timer.
Ooh, okay, that's interesting.
And then you'll be marked on the map, so everyone can see like, oh, this guy killed somebody and they didn't attack back, so we can go kill him and then get rewarded for it.
Exactly.
To me, that really just sounds like they don't want anybody really to fight each other,
but they allow it as an option.
Yeah, to me, this is because there's no reward other than picking up like you can pick up the like extra stuff from the person when they die, but you can't grab their weapons and like that. To me, that just sounds like they don't want people to engage like that. They'd rather everybody just be friendly, because there's no reward for it really.
I would look at it as if it was to be able to be PvP nonstop and someone just attacks and then it starts it. I'm pretty sure the whole game would be kind of in an infinite loop of people just shooting randomly, so you're not able to like progress or anything after.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that. I mean, the Division's a reflection of that. You remember being in the DZ and you're minding your own and somebody shoots you in the back, and before they're toggled, suddenly you're half dead, and then they usually jump you and do that. That would be a pretty shitty game experience. And the thing that they did that actually balanced it was the fact that they enabled you the option to be able to fight them by making them toggle that they were going to attack, you know, instead of doing it the way they're doing it. So, I mean, I don't agree with the whole, they shoot somebody in the back and then get them the option to fight them. I feel like they should do it with the typical duel system. Like you give people that option to duel, like the way they did in Borderlands, or like the way they do in a lot of PV or MMORPGs, where you have the option to duel them. But at the same time, I guess they're trying to integrate this whole bounty system. So I guess that's how they're going to incorporate it.
I think they really want people to have options, and I don't think. Let's be realistic. If they had a system where you would, hey, do you want to fight? And then that person said no. How many people are really going to say yes if you randomly go up to somebody, hey, you want to fight?
Especially if you can see their skill level and where they're at.
Yeah, it's like no, I'm good. You can get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna go do my quest.
I'm feeling dying today.
Yeah, so if that was a system, you would never ever have to worry about that.
But see, I also still see the problem in that, because what if you get somebody who's on there who doesn't want a PvP at all, who's there with an objective to farm, and somebody's there to grief?
Well, that's exactly why the system is made the way it is, because by you having that bounty on your head, and then everybody's gonna want to fucking shoot you at that point because they want the reward for that. So if they do it that way, I can see how that wouldn't be too much of a problem.
But on the other hand,
it can, but like the way they have it set up is if they said like the first shot that you shoot at them to like start to the engagement portion of it, they related it to a slap, like you go over and just slap someone in the face, and that's so. So like, let's say that the first shot you throw at them is like a rocket launcher. The damage won't be like a rocket launcher. It'd be like a slap in the face. Like you'll like let's say 10 health. And that's what it'll be like. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be paying attention and they'll update it as it goes. But as far as right now, it just.
I mean, we got to what, November?
Yeah, and I feel like what's going to end up happening is there's initially going to be no problem, and then when people get bored with the game itself and all they want to do is just go attack other people, then you're going to get a lot of people bitching about that. Like, hey, it's not even worth going to go attack somebody, so why even have the system in place? And then either they'll give in or they won't give in. It'll be division all over again.
Yeah,
because initially initially going rogue in the game was pointless. It was pointless to go rogue. So then a whole bunch of people bitched about that. So they changed it to where it was worth going rogue. And then people were mad about that because then everybody was going rogue. And so they had to revamp the whole system to try to make it fair. So,
but the problem wasn't the people going rogue. The problem was the people who were using bugs and glitches and going rogue and being invincible and fucking breaking the game. And that was actually ruining it. Like, the rogue system in itself was fine. I don't think many people complained about people being able to go rogue. I think it was the fact that, like, yes, I get it. You had to give them a reward for giving them the incentive for going rogue. But you had people who were going rogue and using game glitching or game breaking glitches to fucking exploit the system and always win. No, and because of that, that's what killed the game.
No, I get what you're saying, but like, in all honesty, that was not a majority of people. And the issue with the rogue system was that if you went rogue and you survived, you got nothing for it. There was the reward for surviving the rogue system was. Now I'm just gonna use a round number just to an example. So let's imagine you go rogue, you survive it, you get 100 credits. If you went rogue and died, you would drop like multiple levels and lose you would lose half of your credits that you had. So it wasn't worth it to go rogue because you got no incentive for going rogue, where there should be an incentive if they have that system in place.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the Division 2 is going to be a lot different, because they've stated that they listened to what fans wanted from the first one.
Hopefully, as long as they don't pull a Bungie, they're good.
You right, though.
That's all they. I mean,
Destiny 1 to Destiny 2 is drastically different.
But like that's like where I give no other developer any slack on with these style of games is that you have the blueprint is there 100%. Look at what Destiny did. Don't do that. Just don't do that. As long as you don't do that, you'll be good.
Exactly.
It's really not that hard. Like, don't half-ass your game for the first year and then come out with the full game, and then don't come out with a sequel that brings you back to the first game. That makes so as long as you don't do that, then you're in a good place.
It's worse than the first game.
Actually, yeah, because the only saving grace for Destiny 1 when it first came out was the Volta Glass raid. That was it.
Exactly.
That raid was the shit. I can't. I want to just go back and play. Like, can y'all just delete Destiny 2? We can all just play Destiny 1. That's fine.
It's literally the truth. Like, Destiny 2, when I first got it, I was just like, oh, this is going to be interesting. Then I started playing, and I was just like, what the fuck?
All right. So, in other Bethesda news, for anybody who purchases physical games still, I personally do not, unless it's a collector's edition. So a man named Ryan Hupp, which sounds like a fake name to begin with, listed a sealed copy of Evil Within 2 on an authorized reseller on Amazon, and Bethesda tried to get it removed. So what Bethesda sent to him was, unless you remove all Bethesda products from your storefront, stop selling any and all Bethesda products immediately, identify all sources of Bethesda products you are selling, we intend to file a lawsuit against you. So basically, they were trying to prevent him from selling a secondhand game, which I think you should have every right to sell if you in fact purchased it.
Exactly.
I mean, that's like them stopping. If that's the case, then they should shut down all GameStops.
Straight up.
But of course, they're not going to do that because GameStop actually has some money.
But didn't you read like 2 months ago that they were getting bought out or something?
So they're looking for a seller. They're still around. So they got something.
They just dropped the Elite Pro, so
Really?
yeah.
Oh well, fuck. What
So
happened to my shit then?
I went in a month ago to trade some games in, and they looked at me and it's just like, well, here's the thing. We're taking away the Elite Pro. We can renew it now and you can have it for a year. But when November comes around or when it's time for you to renew, we're not going to be able to because we're taking it away. I asked them why. I got the statistics from it, and it's really because they didn't get the money that they thought they were going to get from it.
So basically, the people that actually got it ended up trading in stuff and getting more money than they actually made.
Yeah, they just didn't get they didn't meet their quota that they thought they were going to get from the Elite Pro membership.
And I bought a fucking Elite Pro membership. That's flawless as fuck. Did I use it a lot? No, but I bought it. It's with GameStop and their pro membership. It's 100% just based on you. If you purchase games, if you go to GameStop a lot, or even if you go once a month, you like that whole thing is actually worth it. But if you don't go to GameStop, obviously it's not worth it. So anybody to say that it's not worth it, period, just doesn't go to GameStop enough. Exactly. I've had a membership to GameStop for a long ass time. I don't agree with their practices and all that stuff, and I think a lot of their stuff is flawed. But on my, I've saved like over $3,000 since fucking 2012 on stuff. So I'd say that, paying $15 a year, that I broke more than even. So it is what it is. But back to this, but like I know it's not Bethesda, like the team, the people that make the games in Bethesda. I know this is not them, but Bethesda's lawyers are fucking vicious. They give no fucks.
Exactly.
They give zero fucks. This is not the first time.
Zero fucks.
This is not the first time that they've hopped on to some, like, this is some dumb shit. Like, what do you get from this? I'm so confused. This is just such a small thing. He was selling fucking Evil Within 2, which is worth maybe $20 right now, if that. I don't understand the purpose behind all of this. It's just,
to be completely honest, I don't know how relevant that actually is, because of the fact of the matter, why would they go? Why would they? They're literally wasting their money and their time going after this dude when that game is worth less than what it would be for their time to go after him.
Exactly.
So I feel like this is probably a publicity thing. I feel like the dude's trying to make something.
The dude himself?
Yeah.
Why would that? I mean, why would? What would he gain from telling somebody that? Like, they've confirmed it was from Bethesda's lawyers. So what? Why would if someone did that shit to me? If that someone did the shit to me, I would tell everybody like, yeah, Bethesda's being a bitch.
Honestly, I don't really know what he could gain from that, but at the same time, that's something, like I said, that's really a waste of resources. It's like, why would you? That's like you selling a controller for $5. Somebody decides they want to sell it for $2, and you get paid $30 an hour. Are you really going to go after that dude who's selling your controller for $2?
No.
Exactly.
There's got to be
that doesn't really make sense to me.
Behind it.
Yeah, there has to be something behind it. There has to be something actually behind that, because that's
unless they're really that fucking maniacal and they're just like, fuck you.
No, they're not. There's no reason to do that.
Bethesda's lawyers are like that. They've done some other shit that's very similar to this.
But that's not the first time. A boatload of money to be like, hey, you see some bullshit, jump on it.
And it's their lawyers. It's not the Bethesda team. It's not the people that make your games. It's Bethesda's lawyers.
Maybe they're bored.
Yeah, they're just
like they make great games. Nobody comes and fucks with them.
Oh yeah. For example, let me give you an example. So Bethesda sues Warner Brothers for, not the Fallout. Oh yeah, they sued Warner Brothers for them saying they ripped off of the Fallout Shelters game.
That's funny.
Who gives a fuck?
But that was actual. Okay, so that I know what you're talking about. That was based off of that game that they came out with that actually used the exact same engine. Like they literally, that Bethesda paid for that engine to be created, and they didn't give that engine over to anybody else. And the developers who were working for Bethesda took on that project from Warner Brothers, and then they used the exact same engine, which technically it wasn't Warner Brothers' fault, but it was definitely something that's understandable. That's kind of the premise. Let's see. Bethesda's Fallout Shelter, which is still making a shitload of money. The Warner Brothers, what was that? Westworld. That's what it was. Westworld. That's what that was about. They have that Westworld game that was made that was using the exact same engine. Everything was exactly the same. The animations were the same. And essentially they were infringing upon their rights, I guess. Are you reading it right now?
Yeah, they're saying that it's using the same code, which is very interesting because that style of game is really not that hard to make.
No, it's not. But they're talking about the animations and everything about it.
Yeah. We'll see. Bethesda sues Mojang. What do they sue Mojang for? Oh yeah. So Mojang. so Mojang decided to Mojang made a game, right? And the game has scrolls in it. The word scrolls in the name of the game.
Oh my god.
And they fucking sued them because because apparently they have some kind of patent. They have no patent on scrolls. You can't have a patent on the word scrolls, but they sued them because people might mistake their game for the Elder Scrolls series.
That's funny. That's fucking retarded, but it's funny.
That is kind of funny.
So, yeah. Bethesda's lawyers will sue you over anything. You got Elder in your fucking game? Hell no.
And then they play the game. Why is this?
Why is there an Monster Hunter's in danger. Elder Dragons.
Oh shit! Yep, they're next. Just wait till that game breaks 5 million copies sold. It's fucked.
Oh my goodness.
It is fucked. Not a game before. Not a game before. Not one game before. All right. Dark Souls Remaster finally has a launching date for the Nintendo Switch. It's coming out in October 19th. And the only thing I am excited about is that Solaire amiibo. I'm not a fan of amiibos, but I want that Solaire amiibo. I want it.
I'm passionate about that shit.
I want it.
I want the Solaire amiibo because a 720p 30 frames per second Dark Souls, I don't want it. I'm good. I could just play that on Xbox 360 or PS3.
You're right though.
But it's Dark Souls on the go. If I play Dark Souls on the go, I'm gonna fucking throw my controller at somebody.
Exactly.
Somebody's
gonna talk to you and they're gonna make you fall off the edge of the cliff in your game. You go like, ah!
Are you gonna be that guy right walking past a cafe and then you're just gonna go crazy and throw your Switch at someone?
Yeah, I don't know why anybody would want to rage in front of their family, their friends, random people outside.
And become a meme. Because somebody's gonna see you playing it, and they're gonna have their Switch, and they're gonna invade you, and you're gonna fucking die while you're doing something.
That's just so funny to me. Like, oh, but it's a portable system. It's like the only time I've ever seen anybody play a Nintendo Switch outside was when they go to a friend's house, and it's like a friend's house that has a console.
Yeah.
Like, not wrong.
Like, I don't. Okay. That's the only time I've never seen anybody sitting on a bench playing Nintendo Switch. I've never seen anybody at the mall playing Nintendo Switch. I've never seen anybody walking up and down the street playing Nintendo Switch. I've seen little kids playing it. That's because their parents want them to shut the fuck up. But that's about it. But teenagers and adults, I have only seen people go to a friend's house and play their Nintendo Switch. Because realistically, I'm not carrying that bitch around.
You know damn well someone's gonna get Pikachu. Let's go Eevee or Pikachu, and think that they can catch Pokemon for Pokemon Go, and so they're gonna go outside.
What's crazy is that game connects to your Pokemon Go. So like you can leave your Switch at home and then go just use your phone outside, bring it back, and you got all your Pokemon.
Exactly.
That's
but
fucking.
The thing where they stop that is the only way to use them in the game on the Switch is in a park. You can't actually use them while playing.
Well, that's fucking pointless.
Exactly. No, you telling me that you start off level 1 and can't even leave your Pallet Town, and then next thing you know, you already have a fucking Charizard or Dragonite?
Yeah, that's why I'm not buying that game. I'm waiting for the real Pokemon game, and then I'll buy a Nintendo Switch.
You're not wrong.
Until then, I ain't touched the Nintendo Switch
because it's supposed to be like Coliseum.
Yeah, and then I don't need to buy a Nintendo Switch to play Smash Brothers, because if I'm gonna play Smash Brothers, I'm with friends anyway, so I'll just go to somebody else's house and play that shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that's if you have a Nintendo Switch, you're gonna have that game. So I know a couple people have a Nintendo Switch, and that's the only way I'm gonna play the damn game. I'm not playing that shit by myself.
Yeah,
I don't see playing Smash by yourself as like fun. That shit's only fun with friends. All right, so EA's Patrick Sutherland steps down after 2006 is when he joined EA.
Damn.
So he's a CEO of EA, and his key role says something completely different. Says they're saying the nice shit about him. He's also the person that decided, hey, look at all these, look at Ultimate Team and Madden. Let's put that in all the other games.
They literally tried that with NCAA 14, and then
NCAA
14 got taken away.
So he's that guy. So I'm actually glad that he's gone, because you're the reason why I hate EA.
Literally, Madden Ultimate Team is straight up just microtransactions now. It hasn't been the same since the original start of it in 13. Like, I enjoyed it in 13 because the solo challenges meant something. Now, Ultimate Team's literally, if you can't buy packs, you're not going to win or be a part of the series at all.
What's saddening to me is that if you were to ever look up Madden 19's new features, they're like the biggest marketing words I've ever, like, it's such bullshit. Let me show you. Hold on. I'm gonna read this off. There's the button. Here's the button. We're gonna read off these amazing new features. So enhanced controls, hyper realistic animations with higher level gameplay. Someone did a side-by-side of the trailer for Madden 18 and 19. It's basically the same footage.
No, it is. It straight up is like the whole fan favorite celebrations. It's generic celebrations. Now the running back cuts and everything, like juke moves, they have been enhanced a little bit, but not much. Like the only difference in the game really is just the mobility of all the players.
We got next level visuals. The game looks exactly the same. Long shot returns more gameplay, emotion on action.
No, literally long shot
on field action
this year than it was last year, and you don't even have the option to choose the path anymore. You literally just play the game, play a long shot, watch cutscenes, and you're done.
These are legit the new features.
Yeah, no, straight up. There's nothing new.
It's
Madden Ultimate Team, there's a lot more differences in Ultimate Team, but it's literally still the same. Microtransactions are bust.
So this is what people pay $60 a year for. Anyway, so yeah, I don't understand that whole.
So you want to bring that article you just had up, or like
which one? Which one?
The one where it's just like ninja.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get there. Don't worry. That's second to last.
I saw that. Now it's just like, oh, we're
getting there. We're getting there. We are getting there. But no. Anyway, like Patrick Sutherland stands. People were saying that it's because of all this other dumb shit which we'll get to later. But I don't care. He had anything to do with the way microtransactions work at EA, he can die. I don't care.
Well, I mean, look at that.
He's like, you could die. You could go to hell.
You could die.
The reason microtransactions are dying is literally because of Battlefront 2.
Thank God. Good job, EA.
Yep.
Good job, EA. Keep it up.
Right? It's like the only good thing you did was get rid of microtransactions.
No, the only good thing that you did was legitimately just go so far that it fucked everyone behind you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good job.
He's like,
EA.
no one to ever beat us. We will be the best. The best.
You can't
But
outfuck customers like us. You can't. We fuck the customer the best. We take all the monies. Give us your wallet, and then everyone else was like, "Yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead, EA. Yes,
this shit out of our next game.
Shit's so funny, man. That's literally what it came down to. Is that someone just had to go so fucking far that it scared everybody else. That's sad. All right. So one thing I'm actually excited about somewhat is apparently Xbox One will be releasing a new Elite controller
Ooh.
with a built-in battery pack.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Adjustable thumbstick tension, 3-level hair trigger locks, a switch to snap between 3 present profiles, long key travel for paddles, and new grips for more resistance so they don't weigh down. And he'll be a USB-C port.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting.
It's going to be priced under $50, but I will say of all the things that Microsoft has done with controllers, the Elite controller was the best thing. I did have one, and it was like, I wasn't mad at the purchase. It was worth the money. It's a legit controller.
Yeah, exactly.
It is a legit controller. And they come up with a sequel. I might consider getting it and then using it on a PC.
Not wrong.
It will have Bluetooth support for Windows 10, so you won't have to have that adapter if you don't want to.
But think about it, like USB-C, literally, they're literally saying that, hey, MacBook players, you want to use a controller?
No, I'm pretty sure it'll be Type A to Type C. It won't be Type C to Type C.
Oh,
because
okay.
they're gonna want you to plug it into your Xbox or your PC, and most PCs and definitely the Xbox don't have a USB-C port.
You're right.
But at least everyone, because everyone will have that charger, because all the new cell phones use USB-C.
Exactly.
Hunter, what cell phone do you have? You still got the HTC?
Oh, yep.
Still working, huh?
Yep.
Damn, man. HTC does make good phones. They're underrated as fuck.
I got this.
Yeah, I know you got an iPhone 10. I had an iPhone 10. I decided to go test the Android market, and I didn't come back too happy. So I'm gonna switch back.
Yeah, I did that in middle school and realized I fucked up by getting an Android.
Well, middle school Android wasn't that good, so it was a bad time to try it anyway.
True.
Android was garbage 10 years ago. Garbage. Anyway, so our second to last topic is going to be, so apparently Ninja said in an interview that he does not like to play with female streamers.
Yep.
And the reason why is because, well, one, he is married, but number two, if there is even a hint of flirting, that could be taken out of context, and it'll be like, it'll be recorded, shared, and then the people will throw whatever they want onto it, and then he'll be an asshole.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's making a good point. I mean, the man's not putting himself in shitty waters. He
did.
No, he's not putting himself in shitty waters, because you think of the repercussions for things that if somebody were to give him some allegation, that would be his marriage, that would be his career, that would be his family, that would be his stream, his whole means of income would be destroyed, as opposed to making a few viewers get butthurt because he doesn't play with a girl.
Well,
yeah, so what?
He did put himself in shitty water on how he worded it and how he said it, because there's been multiple different top female YouTubers and streamers that have came out and degraded him because the market for women is lower than men, but that's due to the fact that they're literally sexual exploits.
Exactly. Think about what you're saying. Most of the female gamers aren't really gamers. They're usually on camera showing cleavage, trying to be pretty, trying to be cute, talking about how much they can play this game or how much they suck at games.
Exactly.
So put himself in that scenario where he becomes friends with one of these streamers. Guess what? That's ruined his relationship. The biggest thing, I don't give a shit what anybody says. If I was married and there was a woman I truly loved, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to put any chance of jeopardizing that relationship just because of the fact of the matter a few people are mad because I don't play with a few girl gamers.
And that's and now I know there are some legitimate female streamers. There are.
Yeah,
there are there.
I agree. There are some legitimate female gamers.
I think instead of worrying about this whole thing, I think there should be more of a focus on trying to remove, like, they need to break that stereotype, because unfortunately that is the stereotype of a female streamer, is that someone who's not good at games and is just on there trying to look as pretty as possible to get people to watch and donate to them.
Exactly.
So I think that stereotype should be broken way before they should worry about what the hell Ninja's saying, because Ninja is going based on the stereotype, because that is what everyone automatically thinks, or most people automatically think when they hear of a female streamer. That's one. Two, I completely get where he's coming from, because he is the #1 streamer on any platform, and he's making more money than anybody else. And when you're in that position, any little thing can bring you down. If you look at it on paper, you can be crucified for a tweet that you made 13 years ago. If you say something, and when we play games, we're not thinking about what we're saying. We're trying to say the meanest shit possible.
Yeah.
So if he slips once and curses a girl out, or says some shit that he would normally say to a dude, because we be saying some fucked up shit to dudes. Imagine if you say it to a girl and someone just crops that out and then posts that, oh, Ninja hates girls.
Ninja hates females, and yada, yada.
That's what they're taking with this statement. People are literally taking this statement and making it seem like he hates women.
And so at the end of the day, he's still making the right decision, and he's protecting himself, because he's like, I'm not playing with female gamers. Simple as that. Matter of fact, think about it. I say this from my experience. In the 11/12 years that I've been gaming, I've only gamed with 5 females that were legitimate female gamers, like who've actually consistently gamed, or like are actually play other games, like actually play competently other games.
Right.
Now, that thing a lot for a demographic that is male, primarily more male oriented, and we have no bias against them because of the fact they're female. Matter of fact, we're glad that they're female. We're like, hey, we need more females in here to change it up a little bit. But see, the thing is, in his situation, the females are looking for clout and notoriety because, as Chauncey said, he's #1 right now. So the only thing that'll happen now is other gamers who are latching onto him are getting popularity based off of them knowing him. These female gamers are looking for ways to get in, and because he doesn't play with them, they're like, oh, well, he doesn't like females, yada, 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 yada. But it has nothing to do with that, because if he's playing, that means if he's #1, that means that guy has a lot of skill. That means he's not going to be fucking carrying somebody around. If it was somebody like Miss 2000 Watts, anyway, if it was somebody like Miss 2000 Watts, who's a legitimate gamer, that's understandable. But at the same time, she's also married. She's not griping. She's not complaining. She has her crew. She rolls with her crew. The fact that this guy is protecting his livelihood, he's protecting his family, he's protecting his reputation, is the reason why he made this move. And I think it's the right decision. And I don't give a shit, because at the end of the day, there's a lot more males that play the game than females. And that's just the simple fact of the matter, who are competitive as well.
I'm not trying to downgrade what he did, because what he stated is the literal truth. But because he is so popular, he is the #1 streamer, and he is that highly talented, his words were taken as a sign up to a lot of people as sexist and womanizing, which I understand where they came from, due to the fact that people, I hate when people are just like, it's 2018. It doesn't give the year does not matter. Like, just because it's 2018 doesn't mean shit. Just because the world's changing and we're all pussies because we can't take words. Like,
here's a better question. All right, so you join a party and you have a bunch of dudes in there that you always game with. They have a female in there. Do you add her, or do you just leave her as is?
I get a feel for her, and if she is cool and she is a gamer, she's not like doing anything, but she's trying to do something, I'll add her. But if it's just like she's just there, then I won't.
Now, what's the general climb whenever there's a female gamer in the room?
Well, you have to feel it out because
you
have
no
idea.
Automatically go with your
you have no idea what she will and will not take offensive because, and what a lot of. And from my experience, what some female gamers don't understand is that there's a certain way that we talk, and in our group there's a certain way that we talk, and if you want to be a part of that group, then you either do or you don't.
You accept it or you don't.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing anything different from you than I would do to my guy friends.
Yeah,
but they're just like, oh, you have to be different with me. It's just like, no, this is gaming. You don't have to.
And see, that's the thing, you get these, and he's avoiding a lot of shit. Just gonna be completely honest, he's avoiding a lot of shit by avoiding streaming, especially with female gamers. Because think about it, if he were to have that female gamer, everybody's gonna want that female gamer because A, she's a girl, B, she's playing games. Okay, that's a rarity in itself. Secondly, if she's competent, she's going to probably become more popular and eventually surpass him because of the fact of the matter, hey, it's a girl gaming and she's sexy and this and that. So eventually that's a potential that's there's a lot of bad that comes from that. And I get it.
I don't think he's too worried about that. I mean, even if it did happen, I mean, with the position that he's in, I mean, I understand that that is a variable, but that's kind of low in the totem pole from everything else.
I know, but I'm looking at the entire culmination of all the factors. I'm looking at the entire culmination of all the factors. I think such a shitty situation, and he just rather avoid it as a whole.
I think what he should have just said is that his wife doesn't want him playing with any of the female gamers, and then that would have been it. Every dude would have been like, "Oh, well, we get it." That happens all the time.
But then he can't do that because then he would be vilifying his wife. He would be making his wife seem like she's the bad guy. So that's
how many relationships have you seen where that shit's happened? Come on, we all know. You can understand. you can understand that of everything of everything. That's the only thing I could be like, well, you got one of those. All right.
You know what's really interesting though? I don't think Ninja's wife even cares due to the fact that if she walks in on him streaming, he doesn't care. She'll jump on the stream and be like, hey, motherfuckers. Like he's gone to the bathroom while streaming and she's jumped on and played and won for him. Like Ninja and his wife have this relationship of streaming that if he were to if a girl streamer was in there with him and she said one thing, the wife would be like, okay, not like anything's going to come out of it.
No, I completely understand, but I get it. And they could have a great relationship and that could not be like, I'm not saying that that's what she said. I'm just saying if he said that, I think he would have got a lot less bullshit from it.
He really would have.
But at the same time, everyone who's saying this isn't where Ninja's at. No one's where Ninja's at, so no one can understand what he has to lose and what he has to gain from this whole situation. And right now, I think he's got the lesser of two evils.
He does. But I jumped on Twitter the other day and I saw this video. This girl streamer gamer was talking about the bad of women gaming, and I watched it, and she was just like, she started crying. Because she was just like, oh, we're never going to be able to do anything now because Ninja said that. And I'm just like,
no.
What?
He's not the only streamer there is. And that's just the thing. That's my whole point. He's avoiding a fucking – I get it. He's going to get a better backlash. He's going to get a little bit of flack because of the fact of the matter he's not playing with female gamers. But guess what? How many percentile of guy gamers out there don't play with girl gamers anyway? Like, it's not that big a fucking deal. And the fact of the matter, they're looking to latch on to him because he's popular is the whole big deal. That's the whole thing. And he sees that.
If you get popular off of a streamer or a gamer in general, A, you didn't do anything to get that fame. And also, you're the people that follow you now are probably going to end up leaving because they don't see the same. That you're not playing the same as you did with Ninja. You're trying to be yourself.
But see, I mean, and think about it. It's our generation. Come on, think about our generation. How many people you think actually want to earn their fucking way?
No one.
Exactly.
So
that's the whole issue. Is like they'll act a different way on stream with a popular dude, and get the follows. But then when they start acting like themselves on their own streams, that's when everyone's just like, wait a minute, what? And then they all leave, they unfollow and stuff. And they're just like, oh, why'd you do that? And it's just like, because you were a different person the other day.
And if the quote serves my memory correctly, he said something about avoiding drama.
Yeah, because apparently with him having as big of a fan base as he does, everyone looks at him in a girl stream and they're just like, oh, who's the girl and all this and that. They jump into her stream too, and they start thinking like it's minimal people, but it's just people in chat that just start thinking things and saying things. It's not even them. It's just the chat in general, and the chat, like streaming chats need to get into their heads. Like, you're a viewer. You're not supposed to create shit. You're supposed to like sit there and enjoy the content of who you enjoy. It doesn't matter who they're playing with or who they're involved with. You know he's married. You like, if you're a fan of Ninja, you know he's married. You've seen his wife on stream. But if you sit there and you think that he's cheating or like flirting or anything, then you're a bad person and you're not thinking clearly.
At the end of the day, like I said, I think he's avoiding a bullet. Yes, he's going to get some flack for it. Yes, people are going to want to slap him in the face for it. But at the end of the day, it's better to get slapped in the face than to be fucking shot with a shotgun.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, because I think if any of that stuff, if what he fears would have happened, then that would have been the end of his Twitch career. He's fine now. He's not going to lose anybody.
I mean, think about it. He literally started Twitch streaming when he was like for like PUBG and everything. Fortnite's what got him big.
Yeah, I know. If he's not gonna lose a ridiculous amount like he would have if some dumb allegations came out. But that's instead of putting the people out there that are worried about it on blast, how about let's try to stop the people who do that dumb shit.
I mean, granted, I've jumped into a couple of his streams, and he's a good person, but he does when he goes off on someone in chat, he does it in a very, very bad way sometimes. Like, if you watch his streams straight through, there are some times where when he goes off, he literally shows a side of him that I hope to God that isn't like a real life thing.
Because I remember I was streaming. It was on Wednesday. I think it was on Wednesday. I was streaming on Wednesday, and someone popped into my stream, and then it I don't know what language it was. I'm assuming it was German or some Russian. I don't know what the fuck it was, but regardless, popped in, and he goes, "I'm a skinhead." I'm like, okay. And he's like, death to all black people. It's like, die, nigga. And I was like, he's like, you are a monkey. I was like, all right, well, you have a nice day. I'm like, hold on, let me just block, report, and yep, you have a nice day, sir. I gave it note because if you give it any kind of attention, that's what they want. So don't give it any attention.
Yeah, that's some people thrive off of that. And again, like I said, he's avoiding a fucking shotgun because at the end of the day, that would have killed him. That would have killed his career. That would have killed his marriage. That would have killed his popularity. It would have ruined him. And at the end of the day, like I said, he's just avoiding all that as a whole. He's doing what he's doing, which has got him to the top in the beginning. Because think about it. How many female gamers were probably trying to stream with him or game with him before he became popular?
Actually, I would like to know the numbers of that because when he streams, I don't think there's been a girl streamer or gamer on any of his streams.
Exactly. I'm saying before he got to the position that he is in now, how many females do you think have been actually gaming with him? Like I said, in the 12 years that I've been gaming, I have only come across 5.
Back then, they didn't want me. Now they all on me.
That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to the numbers for. I would love to know how many girl gamers have come to him and be like, hey, you want to just like play for a little bit? I would actually like to know the numbers on that.
Yeah, actually, that would be very interesting. If he could pull that out, oh man,
that would give a whole new perspective of what he does. Because then people would look into those streamers, and if they find out that those streamers are just like the girls that show cleavage and just trying to get follows and stuff, then it would be a much more different situation than what he's in right now.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, it's not really a situation it's just people are getting butthurt at the end of the day.
We really live in a society where you say
he's not streaming with females in their society, which is throwing female empowerment in our face and like, accept it or you're wrong. Yeah.
Well, you're wrong. I'm wrong.
You are wrong. You got a dick.
Yeah, and I flop.
Yeah, you got a floppy dick. Nobody likes you because you have.
Yeah, I got a floppy dick, not a floppy disk. A floppy dick.
You have a dick. Anyway, dick is bad. Dick is bad. Pussy's not free.
Dick isn't even free.
Dick is
not
free. Dick is 100% free. Hey,
no, you go to a strip club for dick?
No, but what the fuck does that? What?
Wait, what? What?
Do you go to a strip club for dick? No, obviously not. You go to a strip club for pussy, though.
Yeah, I think you're admitting something indirectly.
No, I'm saying dick is free. Pussy costs money.
How's dick free? I want to know that.
I want you to name one woman that was like, "Hey, you're kind of cute. Let me take you out," and bought you everything, and then brought you home and sucked your dick.
Well, I mean, you got to understand. I've only ever.
Do you see? But the first words, of a sentence, it was dead. It was gone. The first. And you have to understand.
How about you? How about you, Chauncey?
That's why my dick is free.
My dick ain't free. Fuck that. You working for this dick?
Okay, whatever you say, dog. Whatever you say. That's why the dick is not getting waxed, because you think it has some kind of tag on it.
No, it's just I don't initiate.
The only dicks that got tags on them is let's see, Leonardo DiCaprio got a tag on it. What the fuck is that dude's name? George Clooney. There's a tag on that. Ricky Martin, even though he's gay, got a tag on that. We go through a whole bunch of actors. Oh, what the fuck is that dude's name?
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, that's got a tag. Hey, we could go through this all day.
Anybody in Hollywood that has a decent sized bank account.
But unfortunately, the tag has the value. Like, has your bank statement on it. If it's a high bank statement, that dick ain't free. If it's a low bank statement, that dick is free. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. It's the way it is. Ain't no one fighting for men's rights ever. Nobody.
One person tries and fights for men's rights, he will get shot.
Yes, he will be shunned. That will take over Ninja Story real quick.
Man fights for men's rights.
How dare he? If you look at it, like just simple shit like pregnancy, man has zero rights on that baby. I get she carried it for 9 months, but she did not get that thing by herself. I had something to do with it.
It's the truth.
You don't even get half. You don't even get 10%. You know what you get to do? You get to put your name as the father. That's about it.
Exactly.
And then once you do that, she has every right to just collect money from you. So,
which is completely fucked.
Hey man, dick is free. So, moving on.
We just went way. We did 360.
Very similar topic, by the way.
Oh god.
So everybody, so Battlefield 5's pre-order numbers are very low, apparently.
Yes.
Before I tell you guys the reason why people think it's low, what do you guys think? Starting with Kevin, go.
The reason I believe the pre-orders are low is due to the fact of historical accuracy.
Hunter.
I think it has to do with two factors. A, there being females put on the front lines in a historically supposedly historical accurate time, and B, the fact that the developers / the senior producer telling people, well, you know what, if you don't accept females on a battlefield, then you're ignorant and you're fucking stupid. Go fuck yourself. Don't buy the game. I think that's why they're low.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell everybody what I think is my reason behind it. So I don't think it has. I think it has zero to do with the historical accuracy. I think it has zero to do with the fact that there are females on the cover of the game. I think it has everything to do with the fact that they sandwiched this game between Black Ops 4 and Red Dead Redemption. It's all coming out. It's all coming out in the exact same month, and you're gonna pick one of them. And I guarantee you, 90% of people are gonna pick Red Dead. And Call of Duty has such a fan base that has made majority of casuals, and the casual market runs the show. They're gonna pick Call of Duty over Battlefield because it's not a casual game.
Battlefield's pretty casual now.
Well,
No,
I mean,
Played Battlefield
that
recently,
isn't.
but
That
there
isn't,
are a lot of Call of Duty players who play fucking Battlefield now.
But that is one of the issues, and I will agree with that. But when Battlefield 5, the trailer first dropped, and you saw everything that they did, you knew right away that the game was gonna flop. Due to the, when people come out and they say we need more women in gaming, that doesn't mean you take historically accurate portrayals in video games and put women in there. It's not degrading women. It's not about women's rights. It's literally not being a womanizer. It's literally stating if you can't make a game based in a time period where historically accurate women were not prominent as battlefield operators, you can't just sit there and put them in there and expect people to be okay with it. And if you do, you're going way too far into the modern day spectrum, and you're not thinking about what people actually want in the game.
Now, see, I can understand the whole argument of, hey, it's a video game. We can make the reality that we want because that's what they did with Assassin's Creed. But at the same time, based off of, again, I bring this up because of the fact of the matter, it's something that people should consider. The demographic of individuals who play video games, there's a vast male majority who play video games. Only until recent times, until males have gotten their daughters into the video games, have women gotten into video games. Even then, the types of video games that they play don't consist of games such as Battlefield.
Exactly.
They usually consist of games like Fortnite and multi-team games where you play with a team player. Monster Hunter, for example. Games that involve a lot of cooperation. Battlefield it can be like, especially the more recent Battlefields, you play that game can be specifically you versus your team, because your team is absolutely stupid, and it comes to you doing things to actually do stuff for your game. And half the time you don't even talk to the individuals in your freaking game. So the fact that they're doing that, and the fact of the matter, like, and I'm gonna go upon this premise. I'm going to say it doesn't really appeal to me playing in a Battlefield game where I'm going around sniping women the whole time. I'm just going to flat out say that, because it's like, okay, I get it. It's an avatar, but that's changing my dynamic as far as me being, and I don't know if you feel the same way, but me being a veteran, I strongly stick to the foundation of women should not be on front lines in Battlefield, because there's technically three things that are major factors that can make things go really bad for male counterparts on battlefields. And the fact of the matter, I know that as a reality, and then seeing that in a video game portrayed, it takes me out of the game. It takes me out of this, the immersion of the battlefield, and it kind of throws me out. And I'm like, well, I'm playing this game, and then being annoyed by stupid teammates as is, and then I'm shooting women in the face. It's just like, it's one of those things that just it's a lot of bad things going on.
So
exactly.
Is it just this game in particular? Because you play Destiny. Destiny, they're female characters,
but you don't see their face.
So it's just seeing their face.
So let's look at it this way. You see most of the games we have now, Monster Hunter World, you have the option to character create a male.
Yes. You're not fighting females, though. I mean, you're fighting female monsters, but you're not fighting regular people.
No, I get what you're saying, but like that just doesn't seem
okay. So Destiny, they're also super powered individuals. You're technically warriors from all time. It's a fantasy. It's a sci-fi fantasy that's guaranteed. Battlefield is supposed to be an immersion in a real life scenario.
I get what you're saying. It's supposed to be realistic, but obviously what they're doing is not realistic.
Yeah.
So
that's what I said. That's why I said I get it. It's their game. They can do whatever they want because they could do the same thing they did with Assassin's Creed. Same thing.
Here's the issue I have with Battlefield, other than like Call of Duty. Call of Duty, they have female characters, and people got mad at that at first, but then you look at it, Call of Duty, like World War II, they literally went to historical places in the world and made their maps from that. They took a storyline that was based on like real life scenarios and they put women in the game. That's an issue because that's taking historically accurate places that took place in World War II and you put females in it that weren't actually in it.
So here's the question. Okay, so here's the question. I'm gonna end my rant on the whole female thing with this. How would you feel if they started putting child avatars in video games?
So you're comparing children to women?
No, I'm not comparing children to women, but I'm saying they in any time you go in any situation, women and children leave places first. So here's the question: women and children.
You're comparing
leave first.
Children, though.
Well,
no,
I'm not comparing them to children, but it's the same. It's the same. I'm not comparing women to children. It's the same premise of child soldiers. You know, other countries have children soldiers who are born and raised, and they are actually fighting children. You have everyday women who are born, who are like normal everyday American women who don't go into combat every day, but you have these children who are raised in hostile environments, which would be more accurate to have children in a battlefield situation.
Taliban.
No, I get
but it still happens though.
Personnel, that's
Taliban. That's in countries in Africa as well. They have.
No, I get. I get what you're saying. You're comparing
and everything like that. They train children. But when you look at military personnel like Russia, Germany, United States, and all these that have major military factions, you don't see like kids. You see 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds where they're teenagers. But when you're talking about children, that's when you're going into countries like Africa, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Iran.
But see, that's the thing. Whenever you're doing portraying something from history, if you're going to portray things from history and you're going to try to alter them, in a manner that they're trying to do it. My problem is the fact of the matter, if they're already excluding one group and they have a problem with you excluding the other group, why not? Might as well throw the whole loop in. Might as well have the whole family in a battlefield.
If you're gonna put children into video games and it's historically accurate, let's go to like Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2, where you actually go over to Afghanistan and stuff. You just see a random child. You think they're going to put a platoon of children and they're going to rush at you, or just one child? You see one kid, you're going to be like, what was that? And then it's going to pass by. You're not actually going to have a kid come at you unless it's a cutscene.
My whole point being they're going around this whole social justice warrior bullshit because they want to be inclusive with females, but you might as well include children too, because of the fact of the matter, hey, children actually play these games.
But I get that, but you have to make sure where women they made another Modern Warfare game, you could put multiple different women in there and it would be fine. But you go over to a country like Afghanistan in a game, if you see multiple kids and adults coming at you, you're gonna look at this like, wait a minute, like how are they implementing all this? Because kids is totally different than women. Because children, you don't know how many
totally different from
train. You don't know how many are actually on the battlefield because they could be as tall or a little bit shorter than what the actual adult is.
Me as a male, an American male, I feel as though my position on a battlefield is to protect women and children. And for you to put women in the battlefield, you might as well put children in there too, because there's child soldiers. Again, I'm going to bring up this argument every time. There's child soldiers, and that's a reality. So if you're going to fantasize about women being on the battlefield, if you're going to fantasize about women being on the battlefield and then talking about equality, then you might as well have the child soldiers on the video games as well.
Well, I mean, you can't really talk about equality. Women have been in the military now since the early.
Yes, but not on the front lines. My whole point. They should not be on the front lines. They should never be on the front lines because of the fact of the matter.
Okay, Hunter.
That is not what they should do.
Hunter, I get what you're saying. You're comparing, but you are comparing women to children.
I am not comparing women to children.
You just said that if they throw women there, they might as well throw children. You have put them on the same spectrum. They are not on the same spectrum, so stop with that.
When you say kids, what do you mean? Like 5-year-olds?
Now, listen, wait. Hold on, Kevin. Hold on. You are comparing women to children. You were saying they're on the same spectrum. They're not on the same spectrum. A woman can protect her child. That is proven. That is factual information. Child protecting their parents. Not that many examples you can give of that. Yes, there are children soldiers in the rest of the world, not in America. We know that's not the way to go. Congratulations. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
So you do not have to put them on the same spectrum. That is two different things. If you put a woman on the front line, and that is because you got to do what we got to do. You put a child on the front line, yeah, now we're talking about other countries. They do that because either the lack of
But they got to do what they got to do.
No, I completely understand what you're saying. But dude, like let's be realistic here. If you put a woman on the front line in the United States, and if you put a woman on the front line in the United States, and if you put a child, which one do you get the most backlash for in the United States? In other countries, that might be normal. Whippity fucking do. United States, that is not normal. And I completely understand your stance on women being in the front line and why they should not be on the front line. I agree with you on most of your points. If it happens, it happens. They will see the consequences of that. That's nothing we can do about that. We're talking about video games. Take the whole realistic bullshit out of it, because this game is not realistic. It's a video game. I understand that the whole premise of the previous Battlefield games were based on realism. Obviously, this one is not. Since it's not based on realism, it is a fantasy. It is a fantasy World War II. And if it was 100%, if that was the driving point of this Battlefield game, because you cannot treat every game like this. You can't treat it all the same. If this was the driving point of this game is ultra realistic World War II, map for map, place for place, person for person. When you shoot these guns, it'll feel like shit. It's not. It is not that. It is fantasy. It is fiction. And if someone can't handle, that's fine. Don't play the Battlefield games. But the problem I have is that with this particular game, they are doing everything they're supposed to do right with this game. They're going to come out with the game. We all played Battlefield before. It'll control very well. It'll have an immense amount of maps. It'll be a great game. We already know that because Battlefield 1 was an amazing game. So Battlefield 5 will be a great game that there will be no season pass. So it'll be $60. You get the whole game. There'll be no microtransactions and anything in the game that is, I'm not sure if there'll be microtransactions. I think the only thing that you can purchase in the game is cosmetics. Now, the problem I have is that if you give a fuck about how the gaming industry, what direction they go, you have to support games like this because everyone's going to support Black Ops 4. And so you're telling everybody, hey, this is the direction I want gaming to go. I want you to charge me $60. I want you to tell me I have to pay $100 up front if I want all the content in this game. And then whatever else they're going to add as far as microtransactions. This game's actually doing it right. Everything is free. You are paying $60. You get the entire fucking game. You get all the map packs. The whole focus on women and all that bullshit. Fuck that. It's a fun game. Who gives a fuck who you're shooting?
I mean, yeah, they are making it to where you could honestly dress up like a caveman.
No, yeah, this is not ultra realistic World War II. This is the Inglorious Bastards of World War II. and as far as I remember, everyone loved that fucking movie. So
right.
I think everyone needs to get over this fucking. Let them do what the fuck they want to do with the game. If they want to add women, let them add women. Their whole reasoning behind it. Who gives a fuck? If it's a fun game, who gives a fuck? If the main protagonist in the game is a female, does that make it a bad game? No, the game makes it a bad game.
I mean, come on now. Last of Us 2, you tell me you're not going to play the game?
So all I have to say is that if you want gaming as a whole to continue being fair and consumer friendly, you have to buy this game. Because if you don't buy this game, you're telling EA, we love Battlefront 2. We loved you fucking us in the ass. We love that shit.
They weren't going to go back to that model anyway because it cost them $6 billion.
Okay, well, as you can see, right now, they're not doing that, Hunter. What are they doing right now?
Well, there's other games that have been doing this before right EA.
I know.
The fact of the matter,
okay,
I support those games.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
I'm waiting for them to put women in Madden because I'm going to be all over that shit. That's going to be so good.
No one will give a fuck about that because anyway, I'm not saying that no one will give a fuck. I'm saying that no one will have any backlash over that. They put that in the game. Women in bikinis running around on Battlefield. The only people who be pissed off is
well, no, I'm just being like the high school teams are now letting women face out.
Oh yeah, they are. And hey, good on them. That's a challenge and a half. Good job.
I mean, come on now. I know women with bigger balls than most of my friends.
No, I completely agree with you. That's why that's why I personally like, yeah, if women were put in the battlefield, would there be issues? Yes, but can women do it? Yes.
Like you got most women, like most of the guys. I don't think I want to go out there. The woman's gonna be like, "Get your fucking ass up."
No, there's definitely there's some.
So this is not a rant on women. I'm stating that's the reason why there's the backlash that has been happening about Battlefield. It has nothing to do with the feminist movement. It has nothing to do with females whatsoever. It has to do with the fact that Battlefield for a long time has been historically supposed to be the most realistic and the most historically accurate. And for them to go this route is Battlefield's already gone a different direction than it has been for the last few years. The fact that Battlefield used to be a game where you would build your class and you would play based off of a class. Now it's like realistic Call of Duty.
Battlefield 1 was based on classes.
Well, I haven't played one. I purchased it. I haven't played it yet. I have yet to get into it. But they're trying to get back into their roots. That's what I'm saying. They're trying to get back into their roots because that's what made them successful.
I get what you are saying, but maybe that's not what they're doing. And they're allowed to do whatever the fuck they want to, and I could give a shit as long as they give me a good game, and as long as your microtransaction practices are in place.
Microtransaction practices
they're in a consumer friendly place. That's what I care about, and that's why I'm gonna buy this game. Because if you don't buy the game, you are telling them you do not give a fuck if they do the right thing.
I'm gonna end up buying it late, but I'll end up buying it.
No, I agree with you. Because Red Dead and Black Ops are coming. In between it, this was a terrible time to release this game. Battlefield has never been a game that has beaten either one of these franchises, let alone any other top selling. If Halo came in that month, or if Gears of War 5 came out in that month, actually Gears of War 5 would have flopped anyway. Anyway, if Halo came out in that month, then it really would have been fucked. So by them putting this game in between the two juggernauts, which one is everyone going to pick?
But then again, Battlefield is always outlasted as far as longevity. Call of Duty, anyway.
Well, think about it. Call of Duty literally changed their release date to early October to make sure that they wouldn't have to deal with Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, Call of Duty, the game that will sell more than every other game in the entire year at the end of the year.
Moved up because of one game.
Yes, and if you look at Grand Theft Auto, whether you like that game or not, it is the #1 selling game of all time.
Literally, when GTA 6 comes out, a lot of games are going to lose money.
When that game comes out, no other games are coming out that year.
No, not at all. My main priority.
If that game decides they want to come out in fucking July, there will be no games coming out in June, no games coming out in August, because no one's going to buy them.
Make it like half of September as well.
So, all I'm saying is that the hardcore don't keep these games alive. The casual does. And is the casual fucking looking up this shit? No, they're not. They don't give a fuck.
No, they really don't.
Only me and you and the people watching this podcast are sitting there like, all right, so what's Battlefield 5 about? Oh shit. Oh, damn it. They're pushing that women's agenda again. Casuals are not giving a flying fuck.
I don't know how much of a political head.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck. Just you, me, and the fucking two people watching this give a fuck about the fact that Battlefield 5 is historically inaccurate. The casual market does not give a fuck. The casual market said, Call of Duty, Red Dead, Rockstar. They made Grand Theft Auto. Gotta buy that. That's what's going on.
The reason I said historical accuracy and not the women part is because of with some women, but the whole outfit changing, because that's
no. I don't take any of these games as historically accurate anymore because I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. Am I gonna play the campaign? Probably not. Am I gonna play the multiplayer? Fuck yeah! And guess what? I don't care if I see a fucking clown in the distance with a fucking rainbow afro. I'm gonna shoot the fucking clown. I don't give a fuck. I'm not playing Battlefield 1 because it's historically accurate. I'm playing Battlefield 1 because it's realistic. And I don't mean realistic in what the fuck they're wearing. I mean realistic as the gunplay is realistic, the weapons they're using are realistic, and the movement is realistic. It could be fucking I could see Master Chief off in the distance like, oh shit, Master Chief's here, shoot him. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna play the multiplayer, and so is everybody else. No one's touching the damn campaign of any fucking game nowadays.
Yeah.
So if you,
I'm not gonna say that's an absolute fact, but
no one plays a campaign nowadays, but yet Black Ops 4 gets backlash for not having a campaign.
Yeah, no one. No,
yeah.
Okay, in a multiplayer centric video game, no one's playing the fucking campaign.
It's
Yay
true.
or nay?
It's the literal truth.
Yeah, I know you thinking about it, which means I'm right. Anyway, moving on.
I'm trying to think of I'm trying to think of a game that had multiplayer that was
now listen. I mean multiplayer centric. I don't mean Last of Us where they tacked on multiplayer. I mean, if you're buying Call of Duty, you are playing the fucking multiplayer. If you're playing Battlefield, you are playing the fucking multiplayer. Battlefield hasn't had a good campaign in years. No one gives a fuck about that thing anymore. They don't. If someone did a good one, no one would fucking know.
Can we bring jets back? I like playing jets.
I was totally down for a modern game. I don't know. I was 100% down. I don't think they had to
go. I'm a flyer. I'm in the air taking people out.
Yeah, I got flying helos. I definitely feel like Battlefield 4. They had the mechanics for flying.
Back. My God, Battlefield 4.
Then you should play Battlefield 1. The mechanics are actually pretty good too.
They are like the biplane mechanics are so good.
Yeah.
But all I gotta say is that to me, I don't you push whatever agenda you want. The game fun, I don't give a fuck what you do. Because guess what? I'm probably not playing the campaign anyway, so I won't know your fucking female centric story. Regardless, I'm gonna be playing multiplayer, shooting bitches in the face, literally.
Which those are all gonna be dudes anyway.
Yeah, they're all gonna be dudes anyway. Let's be realistic here.
The thing that I don't understand is like dudes
that.
who have avatars as females. Like avatars are supposed to be a physical representation
It all
of you
started
in a video game.
It all started with World of Warcraft when people figured out if they dress as a female, they're more likely to get gifts.
I mean, you right?
Yes, I am. Anyway, that is all of the gaming news that we have today. I 100% appreciate and love both of you. You are beautiful people.
Still the only white boy here, but
only one of you is extra dark and chocolate delicious. The other one is white with no mic.
I don't know what the fuck happened. Okay, I don't know.
Hypercloud, what the fuck? Does it have a year warranty on that thing?
Right, it's such a good mic. Like,
yeah, no, I know. I love Hyperclouds. Obviously.
Right?
I love Hypercloud. Hyperclouds are shit. Hypercloud, and then even though Astros are expensive as fuck, I have a $300 pair of... What the fuck happened there? I got a $300 pair of Astros. These things are the best wireless headphones ever. They're the shit. Expensive, but they're the shit. You get what you pay for. But these are my go-to for headphones, period. I would get some Sennheisers, but that's a little too deep.
Too much.
Too deep. Too deep. Anyways, I am going to give it to Mr. Go ahead, Kevin. Going to say goodbye to everybody. Say goodbye.
Bye, everybody. I'm crazy, Kevin.
So I thought this motherfucker was gonna break out into, "Hello, I am Kevin. I am an alcoholic."
Hi, Kevin.
Start break dancing on the floor. Hey guys, Daredevil.
Do you like me? Do you like me? I play these games. Do not be fucking with my Dougie. Anyways, say goodbye, Hunter.
Royal Scorpio.
I am your host, J2 Cool, saying, I hope you have a wonderful day. To all the people, the haters, the fanboys. What the fuck are you doing, Kevin? I was literally not even looking, and then I see Kevin over here, like being white.
Still wiggling. He's still wiggling.
Yeah, he's still going. Anyway, to all the fanboys, to all the haters, shut the fuck up. God damn, man.
Oh shit.
So dumb. This is hilarious. Just play games. Play games.
Play games.
Literally.
Play the games for what they were meant to be. Played, not freaking drama, not fucking bullshit. Just play fucking games.
Play games.
Enjoy.
I have every single console because I love games. I don't care which one the game is on. I'm going to play it.
He's like, I'm going to play it.
But
Anyway. Peace.
Peace.